Hello there, welcome back to Selenium training. This tutorial will guide you through how you can use cssSelector while locating an element. In the previous lectures, we have learned about the other locators. If you want to know about them, please refer to the previous videos. So let us hit an URL in the Google. We will be implementing our process on Docker website this time. Alright, this is the official website of Docker. Let us perform our operation on this. We will be clicking on the sign in button here with the help of CSS selector, and we will be filling up the details and sign in. So let us begin. As we know, to load a URL, we have one command driver.get. I hope you guys know now how we can write a Selenium script easily. Now you guys will not be having much problems as compared to the while we started this training. All right, now let's inspect an element, the sign in. Okay, inspect. All right, this is the details that are for this sign in button. Here you can see there is no ID, no name, no tag name, no link text. Only we can see the class. So we will be locating it with the help of CSS selector. Earlier we saw the syntax for XPath. Now we have a syntax for CSS selector. Tag name, attribute and value. Here tag name is anchor tag. Alright, anchor tag. Now let's go to the syntax and we will be using one attribute, that's class. Alright, class is equivalent to and the value of the class. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. Now in the previous lecture I told you how we can verify this. Go to here, press Ctrl F from your keyboard and enter this same that you have copied. Now you can see this has highlighted the same block. That means this is correct and this is working. So let us use this in our code. Driver dot find element by CSS selector this time. All right, this is a sign in button, so dot click. All right guys, okay, once we click on the sign in button it will direct us to a new URL. So here we will be providing it the Docker details. Inspect on the Docker ID. All right, so we have got some highlighted details. So let's use attribute this time. This time we are using ID. Okay, this is ID. All right, and its value is new username NW, and the tag is input. Let's check it inside there. All right, the text is highlighted, that means it's correct. So let us write it in the code driver.find element by CSS selector, and it is a text box dot send keys. Hello. All right, now let's inspect on the password. Here I'll tell you one more trick about CSS selector. If we are having ID uh, in any text box or any element that we are inspecting, we can simply add hash in the front of ID and it will become a CSS selector. Let me show you. I'll just copy the ID from here, copy it, and I'll just use driver dot find element by CSS selector and the value, but I am putting a slash in front of the value. That's it. It is now a CSS selector dot send keys, 1 2 3. All right. So see, we are having multiple methods through we can locate an element. All right, let's move towards the sign in button. ID is new submit. You can also add a simple slash in front and it will become a CSS selector. Let's do it again. Okay, Control C, driver dot find element by CSS selector and a hash in front. Remember, adding a hash is important to make it a CSS selector. Dot click. All right, guys. So, guys, I think let us execute the script and see what will get the results. It is loading the Docker website. Clicking on the sign in button. You see, yeah, it has entered the details and clicked on the sign in button. Here you can see incorrect authentication details. This is the beauty of Selenium. You can use any type of locator to locate an element or a web element on the web page. You are not bound to any specific locator. Guys, some of you may think that this is easy, but there are people who want to learn from scratch. And this is for those people who want to learn Selenium from scratch. If you find this video helpful, you can share among your friends who want to pursue their career in automation. Thank you and stay tuned for latest updates.